Hi guys. I'm going to give people a bit to join, and then Lacey asked if I would hop on here and talk a little bit about business, investing in your business. So I posted this on my group, hoping that they would join. So when you get here, give me a little shout out that you're here. Hi, Sam. We're just going to give people, well, thank you, a little bit to join here. While we're waiting, Sam, be sure to grab a pen and paper if you don't have one. I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's my eyebrow. Grab a pen and paper while we're sort of waiting for people to join, and then I will get started in just a minute. Our topic is investing in your business. Hi, Missy. Can I just tell you how much I love, well, of course I love your hair because it's platinum, and it's so cute. So cute. I love, love, love it. It's short and sassy. Hi, Casey. While people are joining, we're going to talk about investing in your business and some ideas around the financials around your business. So if you have a pen and paper, grab them. I'm making a couple of notes so I don't forget. I like it. Well, Missy, I like sweet and sassy, so you're right on the right track. Short and sassy. It's kind of fun to change it up every now and then. Hi, Jordan. Okay, so hi, Roxanne. So I'm going to talk about, Lacey asked me if I would hop on here and talk a little bit about finances, and talk a little bit about business. So I'll get started, and then if you have pen and paper, it might be useful to have that nearby so you can sort of write some things. So where I come from. Hi, Teresa. I come from the perspective of business. So I own my own consulting firm. I have 3 employees. Hi, Lauren. I have 3 employees, and my goal with that business, one of my goals with that business is to make money. So when I found Synergens, my goal, I didn't sign up for, I know a lot of people signed up for the discount. I really was looking for another stream of income. So my focus was I had watched Whitney Burke run her business online. I'd watched her for about a month, and I knew that with my skill set, because I'm very technical, and I'm for the most part an introvert, I love sitting behind my computer all day. Like, that's bliss for me. If I don't have to talk to anybody, that's even better. So I knew watching her run her business online, that was something I could do. And so I joined Synergens ultimately to build another stream of income for my family. At the time, my consulting business was slower than I had been. So I started my consulting business in 2008, and it was the slowest it had been since 2008, which was interesting because we had just sort of, actually, I was busiest during the recession because most companies outsource, they get rid of their training departments and they outsource all of their training to contractors like me. So I knew I was looking for another revenue, a new source of revenue. I hadn't paid myself in my consulting business for about 6 months. I had paid my employees. I made sure my employees were getting paid, but I was not paying myself. So in April, when I joined April 1st of 2016, I knew that this could be a stream of income when my consulting business, if it had slow times, this could be another stream of income for us. My consulting business has since picked up, and now I'm enjoying a second stream of income, which is really nice. So that sort of was my focus. So when you are sponsoring people, or yourself, maybe this is a question for yourself, is what is your financial risk tolerance? AKA, how much are you willing to spend on your business to create a business? And that is different for every single person. So the first question you need to ask new people that you're sponsoring or yourself is, how much am I willing to invest in my business? And that's going to be different for everyone. Some people will say $55, that's all I'm doing. And then I'm just going to take orders from my friends. Other people might say, I can part with $300 of my own money, or I can, and which is, or 300 PV, right? Or I can part with 750 PV. So you kind of have to think about and ask the people around you, what are they willing to invest? And that's going to be different. The way that I built my business and I built my inventory so quickly was that I was willing to take the money that I was making and reinvest it into my business. So just to give you some examples, how much should you or can you invest is always a question I ask new folks that join my team. So they've already invested $55 for their annual application fee. Make sure that they know that that's an annual fee, and then it'll be charged to them again a year after they've joined. So every year that gets charged to them. The next question I ask them is, how do you want to run your business? Do you want to run your business mostly online? Or are you going to do demos? If it's somebody who's going to run their business mostly online, I highly recommend that they get a Cinesite. The Cinesite is $299. So you can do one of two things. You can get a Cinesite right out of the gate and pay for that. That's an investment. Or you can wait until you make some money and then go back and get a Cinesite. But if they're going to run their business online, I highly recommend that they do that. So they're going to invest the $55. They may or may not invest in a Cinesite. And then they have to decide, how much product do I want to invest in to get started? So with the changes in Fast Start, the Fast Start incentive, if they stick with a 300 PV, right, that's going to give them $600 in retail. So I tell somebody, if that's a good point pipe, I haven't used my Cinesite a whole lot. I'm not sure how to utilize it. Okay, Jordan, let me come back to that. Will you remind me if I don't? We'll talk about that and how you get the best bang for your buck on that, because you do want a return on investment on that. So the 300 PV, right, it's going to give you $600 in retail. That's about 11 collections, if you want to think about it that way. That means that if you want to turn over that money, then you have to sell roughly, it's 10.9, but roughly 11 collections-ish, right? 10.9. So you have to ask yourself, do I think I can round up 11 orders for collections? Yeah, probably. Start making a list of the people that you think would be interested. What I did to kind of get started is I started my group, and I immediately did a video, and oh my gosh, if you go to my YouTube page and you watch it, it's really, you improve over time, and it's somewhat embarrassing, but whatever. And I didn't even say all the right things. Like, I have changed the things that I say now because I've learned a lot, but it didn't matter. I posted it, and from that, I ended up getting 6 or 7 orders. So I created my Facebook group. I put my video on there, and then I added all my friends, and I ended up selling about 6 collections from that post. So right there, I'm almost to my 11. At the time, actually, when I did this, it was only $50 for a collection because it was almost a year ago. So I was almost to my break-even point, and I hadn't even received my products yet. So then let's just say, let's use today as an example. You have somebody on your team who's brand new. They are willing to place a 300 PV order. That's going to give them $600 in retail, and it's going to make them 40% commission as of Saturday, right? Saturday, February 18th. So now it's going to cost them about $360 to place that order, and they're going to earn about $240 in profit. So what I did is saved $40 kind of off to the side and I invested the other 200 that I had just made in profit back into my business. And I took a little bit more of my own money and I placed, let's say, a 400 PV order, okay, or $900. But if I did a 300 PV order and a 450 PV order in the same month, I've now hit 750. So that 450 PV order, I'm now going to get it 50% off instead of 40. So now when I go sell all that product, I'm now going to make $450 commission. So now I take my $200 that I earned from my first order, I reinvested it into inventory with some of my own money, and then I make a profit potentially of another $450 if I can sell that inventory. So I book a few parties and I potentially make $450 in profit. Now think about this. I made $200 in profit from my first order, $240, but I kept $40. I put $40 aside for my personal stuff and I kept $200 in the business. Now I made another $450, right? I'm almost to another $750 that I can place next month. So your goal financially is to take what you profit and put it back into your business to buy more inventory. And see, you don't even have to pick. It's easy because there aren't a ton of colors to pick from. So Whitney posted something fantastic today on some different orders that you could place today with what's in stock. And it was like, I don't know, a few collections and some testers. And it kind of makes your job easy because you don't have to pick from a million different colors. You just pick, you know, a red, a pink, maybe a brown, maybe a neutral, whatever you can find, right? So then you take some of that money. Again, let's say you make $450 commission on that second order. You might keep $50 for yourself and take the other $400 and put it back in the business, okay? The goal here is that over time, you always are reinvesting in your business and in your inventory so that when that $750, when it comes time to place that $750 PV order at the beginning of the month, which we call front loading, you have it because it's what you made last month and a little bit of extra. So what I tell people is think about how many parties do you have to have at $500 to get that $750 PV order. So let's just say you have 4 $500 parties in a month, right? That is $2,000, which if you're buying at 50%, then you're going to make $1,000. You can keep $250 of that for yourself and the other $750 you hold on to and you reinvest it in your front load the next month. If you're constantly doing that, number one, you're going to have, here, let me just show you my, oh, don't look at my messy floor. But I mean, you're going to have like a phenomenal amount of inventory, right? Right? So your customers, you can always service your customers because you've kept that inventory. And number two, you're going to be creating some income for yourself. So what a lot of people will do is they'll build a team and they'll take that commission check and they'll reinvest it in their business, which that's an option as well, but that's not a stream of income then, right? I want my commission checks and my bonus checks from Synergence to be my extra income. The money I'm creating from parties that I'm doing is just going back and reinvesting into my business and helping me buy business supplies, helping me get a Cinesite, buying prizes so that when I do little contests, I can give those away to my hostesses, things like that. Then when I'm building a team and I'm getting those bonus checks from Synergence, I can then take those and use them for my family. So what I've chosen to do, and I would highly recommend this when you get to this point, you are a 1099 with Synergence. So what does that mean? It means that you're not an employee. You are think of yourself as a contractor. It means you have to pay your own taxes. So if you make, let's say that you make next year, because we're thinking big. So let's say that you make just in bonus checks from Synergence with your group sales volume and your commission on your team. let's say that you pull in, let's just say $30,000 next year. You can plan on having to pay the IRS 20% of that, and you will be responsible for that. So when I get a commission check, my commission check should be here, I'm hoping tomorrow, I'm going to take 20% of that and put it in a savings account so I can pay my taxes. Because you have to pay taxes on the money that you've earned selling Synergence, right? So the stuff you're selling to your customers, you're going to have to pay taxes on, and you're going to have to pay taxes on any commission checks you get. So what I would recommend, I have 2 accounts. I set up a separate business account because if I ever get audited, I want to make sure that I've kept my money separate. So I've got a business checking account and I've got a business savings account. And when my commission check comes, I hope tomorrow, I'm going to take that and I'm going to put 20% in the savings account for taxes. And then I'm going to take the other 80% and decide how I'm going to use that with my family. So we're going to pay off a couple things and use it for spending money. But you want to make sure that you're holding back some of that money as a smart businesswoman. Okay. If you choose to take some of that money and reinvest it into your business, let's say you're going to go get a Cinesite because you don't have one. Why might you want to do that? It's going to cost you $299 for the year. I paid for it for the year because I knew I was going to use it. I send everyone to, with the exception of right now because we don't have a lot of inventory, but if we had a lot of inventory, this is what I would do. I always send all my customer for my Facebook parties. They all go to my Cinesite and they place their orders there. And then I get an email and know what they ordered. And then I fulfill the order and send it. The advantage of having a Cinesite is it keeps it all organized for me. I don't have to follow a Facebook trail of who ordered what. I don't have to worry about being put in Facebook jail because I'm selling products on my Facebook group, because there's been some of that going on, some spam stuff going on with a couple other direct sales companies. So I just keep things really clean, and it's so much less maintenance for me. Jordan, why would you want to have one? Mostly for your online business. I don't know that you'd use it with your retail business that you do at your salon, but you could. I get orders in the middle of the night from people I don't even know. So if you have a Cinesite, if somebody goes to the Synergence website and they look for a distributor, the only way you're going to come up is if you have a Cinesite. I made back my money for the Cinesite within like a month, because I had 3 orders from people I'd never met before, who went to the site, found me, and placed an order on my website. I've also gotten 2 recruits, 2 sponsored. So 2 people who I don't know who signed up on my team. One has been active and one has not. But one is a boutique. So I hope she becomes active at some point. But she just found me online and signed up. So you really have to kind of decide how you're going to run your business, how much you want to invest in your business, and then where that money is going to go. Haven't had much action yet. I've had 1 order and then a new distributor. So you've paid for your investment. I will say, Jordan, it's hard right now to send people there, because if you have inventory, you probably have more than what's on the Cinesite. But I'm confident that's going to change. Once inventory gets under control, then you'll be able to send people there. And what's nice is it just sends you an email and then you fulfill the order and you send it out. It's just less, like, I'm really forgetful. And so if I don't have it somewhere where they've placed it, then I'm going to forget that they ordered it, is my problem. So those are my tips when you're really thinking about your business in terms of a financial investment. You want to think about, okay, what am I going to do with my commission checks? And what am I going to do, like from Synergence, your bonus checks, right? And what am I going to do with how much I make selling the product? And then You know, how am I going to be able to front load for the next month? So I just figure out how much I want to sell. Like right now, I have a ton of inventory because I traveled most of January for work, and I have a ton of inventory to sell. So I'm going to do some live sales, and because I gotta, as my husband says, hashtag empty the box. Right? That's what his hashtag. Hashtag empty the box. I have to get some live sales going this week so I can turn over product. And the good news is if I can turn over some of that product, the money I make from those sales, I can turn around and reinvest and front load in March. Yeah, exactly, Jordan. You know, your site is, if you paid for it and you've gotten an order and you've gotten a distributor, that's fantastic. You've paid for the site. And so as inventory picks up, I think you'll be able to transition back to sending people there. Allow you to control orders and how you bulk order the discount tiers. Okay, so here's how to send a site works. You can send, when somebody goes, this is a little off topic, but I think it's good because it's your business. So when you have a send a site, you have two choices. You can send payment to the merchant that you use. So I use PayPal. Okay. So I set up my send a site to my orders. When somebody pays, it goes right into my PayPal account. Okay. The second way you can do it is CDO, which is customer direct something. That means that you will be paid in Cash from Senegence and they will ship it for you. I do not recommend that because they take 10%. And so I would rather fill those orders. So I tend to front load. I do my $750 at the beginning of the month. And then somebody goes to my site and they place an order and I see, oh, look, you know, Jordan wants a Fleur-de-Lis collection. I go to my little box, and if I have a Fleur-de-Lis collection, I send it out. Okay. So they actually aren't, quote, purchasing. If I'm not signed up for a CDO and I'm actually having this go into my PayPal account, which is what I do, I'm fulfilling that order. So if I don't have a Fleur-de-Lis and they ordered it off the website, in the old inventory days, I would go to the website, I would place the order, I'd get the product and send it to my customer. They can only order product that's in stock on your Senna site. So it's just really a way for people to find you in their state or location because you're searchable if you have a Senna site. That's the main reason you should get one. And then number two, if you're really unorganized like me, it helps keep everything organized. When I'm having an online party, I need to keep all those orders really organized. And so I just send everybody to my Senna site. They place the orders there. I look at what they've ordered and then I ship it out. Yeah. Great question, Bree. Other questions about investing in your business or finances in your business? Do you have to load what you have? No, Chessa, you don't. It only allows them to order what's in stock. And so if I sent customers to my site right now, hi Trisha, they would actually only be able to order what's in stock. So what is that? I haven't looked today because I was teaching a training class today, but are there 5 colors in stock? 5, maybe 6. I might be overestimating. So I know Persimmon's in, Blue Red's in. I don't know. There's only a few. So if they were to go to my Senna site right this moment, they could only order what's in stock. So I always make sure that I have more than what's in stock. So you don't load the stock in there. If they need something, so here's what I do on my Facebook parties. I say, hey, we're having a Facebook party for Mia this week. Please go to this, to my website to place your orders. And then I say, please note, we are very low in stock, but I carry a large inventory. If you don't see the color you want, private message me and I'll let you know if I have it. And then if I do, I send them a manual invoice on PayPal. Is how I do it. So we are sort of in this weird little out of stock thing, but once we get back up, up and running with stock, it'll be a little smoother. I don't have time to send manual invoices to all my customers. So the sooner we get more stock in, the better, because then I can just send them to my Cinesite and bill them there. So other questions about finances or running your business like a business, reinvesting in your business. I'm not a tax accountant, but I can give you some anything tax related. Those of you who are on Fast Start, so those of you who are joined before February 17th, you have to pay taxes on that Fast Start stuff that you get. So if you earn all 3 of your Fast Starts, that's $1,200 in income, okay, is how they categorize it. So save a little back for next year so you can pay taxes on that. So I usually save about 20%. When you start making the big bucks, okay, and you move up in a different tax bracket, so I don't know what the tax bracket is right now, but like once you go over your total household income, don't quote me, I'm not a tax person. I think it's around $200,000, $206,000. Once you hit a certain tier, you jump into a higher tax bracket. And so no longer should you be holding about 20%. You should probably be holding back about 30% because you're going to pay more in taxes. So just be super conservative in terms of keeping that little tax pot going so that you can pay your taxes. Is 20%. So yes, 20% is about right for what, if you're making under about $75,000 a year from the business. If you're starting to 20% of what you make. If you start making more than that and your household income is going to start going above 200, you need to start holding back more. And there's some other things you can do to get around that, but you should talk to your tax professional. So, you could start an LLC and all your company stuff goes into that LLC, which is what I do. So I get, and then, if you get really big and you're making really good money, you can even turn it into an S Corp in Colorado, and then you have some other tax savings too. So once you start making some really good money, you need to talk to a tax professional so that you can set up your business in a way that that you keep those finances separate in case you get audited at some point. Do you charge shipping for everyone? So Trisha, I charge, when I set up my Cinesite, I set it up for $4. So anybody who orders on my Cinesite is charged $4. If I send a manual invoice to somebody, I charge $4, unless I'm going to hand deliver it to them. Then I only charge them $2 if I send them a manual invoice. If they order it on my website, on my Cinesite, they automatically get charged $4, even if I'm going to hand deliver it. But I don't hand deliver much. I'm just too busy, and time is money. So I don't. So I charge a flat $4 fee. That covers $2.77 for me to send the package up to 8 ounces. And then it also covers my cute little bags that I put it in, and my cute little ribbon, and then any of the candy that I put in there. So I've sort of figured out what that is. And then the amount that I get charged from PayPal, but it doesn't cover the whole amount that PayPal charges. That's just going to be a business expense. So good question. Other questions about finances, running your business like a business. You want to be as efficient as possible so that you're not spending too much. Do you increase shipping amount for skincare? So I have a little scale I got a long time ago, and you can ship up to 8 ounces for $277 through the USPS. I do it all on PayPal, and that covers 8 ounces. Once you go to like 9 and 10 ounces, then it's like prices just went up, so I'm not positive, but it's like 30 something, 306 maybe, or 311 or something. So even skincare, I don't, because if you actually measure some of those, like weigh them, they're not that you can usually send a couple of skincare items like a climate control, a couple others, and keep it under. And then hostesses I never charge shipping to. Hostesses get free shipping. Occasional, and then if I just have a really good customer, I won't charge shipping. Or if I do a sale or something, I won't charge shipping and do that. So Brie, I haven't had to increase shipping for skincare because I can stay sort of in that $3 mark, and I do first class. And then I'd use these cute little, well, they're about the same. Hold on. So if I were sending skincare, I would use this little guy. I buy these in bulk from eBay. And then this one is the other one that I buy in bulk. And this is what all my LipSense stuff goes out in. I get 500 of them for like, I don't know, $40 or something. I mean, it's ridiculous. These cost me 21 cents. I've done the math. So these are 21 cents. And then the labels I get are about 14 cents a label. So right there's my cost. And then my little packaging is like $1 at the dollar store. So, and let's say I do some sort of contest or something, and I give away a mug or something like that. Those are things that I've found on sale. I've paid very little for them. And when I buy that sort of stuff, I categorize that as marketing. That's my marketing dollars, right? And so I write those off as expenses. On shipping, should you say it's liquid? Chevelle, that's a good question. I think the right answer is yes. Do I ever say it's liquid when I send? So I do everything from home. Again, I don't have time to go to the post office. So I print my label. I print my everything on PayPal. I print my labels from PayPal. I stick them on the envelope. I put them in my mailbox. I can shove about 8 of those purple things into my mailbox, and my lovely people will take them. I never mark it as liquid. I just don't. Maybe you're supposed to, but I don't. But I think technically, yeah, you're supposed to. All they're going to do is put a sticker on it that says liquid. So I roll the dice. And I'm a rule follower. Ha! So how do you like that? Good question. Other questions about finances. Do you label receipts? You save them like marketing? Yes. So what I do, I hate accounting, by the way. So I get it all organized and then I give it to somebody else to do. But I save all my receipts. I basically, here, let me find one. Okay, this is Stacy's Hallmark, right? So I just purchased some stuff from there. So I'm going to write at the top. Oops, my pen's not working. Hold on. LipSense giveaway marketing. So I'm going to write this at the top of my receipt. LipSense giveaway marketing. And then I put this in an envelope, and I just save all my receipts. And then what I use, so this is an extra financial cost, so you have to decide if this is worth it for you. I use Intuit online, and PayPal syncs with Intuit. And so it's $40 a month, so there is an expense, but it connects with my bank account and it connects with PayPal. And so I can send invoices in either via Intuit or via PayPal, and they all sync to each other. And then it shows me, and it also syncs with my bank account. So I can go in and say, oh, what did I get at Hallmark? And then I can mark it as marketing. And then it just keeps your profit and loss for you. So at the end of the year, I can go in and I can say, okay, this was my profit. These were all my expenses. And it also tracks inventory. So every time I place an order, I go in and I just say, okay, I just ordered 6 bombshell, 3 glitter glass, 4 diamond crimson reds. And then as I send out invoices, it takes the inventory out of my list. So in theory, next year, inventory is going to be a breeze because I'm going to be able to just run a report and it's going to tell me how much inventory I have left. So into it online. It's $40 a month, but for me, it's well worth it because I hate taxes and I hate finances. I hate doing that stuff. It's just not my strength. And then I just stick these in an envelope. You are supposed to keep these. The problem with them is they're going to wear off over time. And so if you're really an overachiever, you would scan these with your phone and then keep them electronically. But I don't got time for that. So I just keep them in an envelope. So I asked USPS once and was told that no, it's not a liquid. Yeah. Well, good, because I don't count it as a liquid. I mean, it is, but yes, I hear what you're saying. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Shelly. Other questions? I'm yours. So I'm part of Lacey's team. And then underneath Lacey is the other Lacey. And then Sabrina, and then Whitney, and then me. It's kind of that lineage. And she asked if I had to hop on and talk to you about reinvesting in your business. I will tell you that if you can go back and watch the beginning of this and you can really take what you're earning, take part of it if you need it, right? We all need to live. So take part of it for what you're earning, but then take the bulk of it and put it back into your business to buy inventory. You will just sell more. You build your customer base, and then when people come to you, you have what they need. And so the inventory has not been a big deal for me because every time a new color comes in, I grab it and then I just put it in my inventory. So I have a little too much inventory right now. I mentioned earlier, I got to have some sales because I need to turn it over. Or as my husband says, hashtag empty the box. Oh, you're welcome, Teresa. Hopefully it was helpful. And this is my way. So you might say, you know what, this is not the way that I want to do things. I want to do it a little bit differently. Here's the beauty of that. You can. I'm just telling you what works for me. My strengths are not, doing my taxes, but I can keep them really organized for somebody else to do them. So that's the key. And then be smart about how you're spending your money. Be smart about your business. You're businesswomen now. So you have to think differently about the money you're bringing in and the money you're sending out. Any other questions before I hop off? Thanks for watching, you guys. I know there's always a delay. Okay, so if there are no more questions, I'm going to hop off. I hope this was uber helpful. Feel free to reach out to me or post on here. Just tag me if you have additional questions and I can answer how I've done them. But have a great night. Okay, we'll see ya. Bye.